Welcome students, class 7th, subject General Science, lesson number 4, Nutrition in Living Organisms, part 2. In this video, we will learn different types of nutrition in plants. On the basis of nutrition, plants can be divided into 3 different categories. First one is autotrophic plants, second one heterotrophic plants, and third one symbiotic plants. Heterotrophic plants are further divided into 2 different categories. First one insectivorous plants and second one saprophytic plants. In our last video, we have already studied autotrophic plants and the process of photosynthesis. Now, let's discuss in detail about remaining types of nutrition in plants. First one, heterotrophic plants. As name suggests, heterotrophic plants cannot prepare their own food because they do not have chlorophyll. So, they depends upon other plants for the food. Let's learn definition of heterotrophic plants. Some plants depend on other plants for their food. This is called heterotrophic plants. Loranthus, cuscuta are some examples of heterotrophic plants. Now let's learn what is meant by parasitic plants. The plants that grow on the body of other plants to obtain food are called parasitic plants. Means parasitic plants cannot perform process of photosynthesis to obtain their food. They depends upon other plants for the food. Loranthus and cuscuta are examples of parasitic plants. Can you see a wire-like structure in this picture? This is actually cuscuta. Cuscuta do not contain chlorophyll. It completely depends upon host plant for the food and water. It sucks food with hostorial roots from the host plant. There are 2 types of heterotrophic plants. First one is insectivorous plants. Some plants depend upon insects to fulfill their needs of nutrition are called These types of plants generally grows in the soil deficient in nitrogen compounds. To fulfill the need of nitrogen, these plants attract insects towards themselves and consume insects to fulfill the need of nitrogen. A second type of heterotrophic plants is saprophytic plants. Plants which obtain food from the dead and decaying bodies of other organisms are called saprophytic plants. Saprophytic plants actually grows upon the dead bodies of animals or dead parts of different plants. They obtain their food from the dead bodies of animals or plants. Some fungi spoil the food and causes diseases or spreads diseases, while some fungi like yeast and few mushrooms are very useful to us. Yeast is used in the fermentation process of different bakery products, while mushrooms are rich source of iron and different type of vitamins. The last type of nutrition in plants is symbiotic nutrition. When 2 or more than 2 different types of plants fulfill their needs of nutrition, protection, support, etc., with each other's help. This type of nutrition is called symbiotic nutrition. Best example of symbiotic nutrition in plants is lichen. It is symbiosis between fungi and algae. Fungi provides water, minerals and shelter to algae. In return, algae performs photosynthesis and provides food to the fungi. Now let's discuss about different nutrients which are required for the growth and development of plants. First one is nitrogen. Function of nitrogen is it is important component of proteins, chlorophyll and cytoplasm. Deficiency of nitrogen in plants causes retarded or stunned growth and yellowing of leaves. Second nutrient is phosphorus. Phosphorus is very important for the conversion of light energy into chemical energy during the process of photosynthesis. Deficiency of phosphorus in plants causes early leaf fall, late flowering and slow growth of roots. Next nutrient is potassium. Potassium is necessary for the metabolic activities of plants. Deficiency of potassium causes weak stem and failure in the production of carbohydrates. Another important nutrient is magnesium. Magnesium is very important in the production of chlorophyll. Deficiency of magnesium causes slow or retarded growth in plants as well as yellowing of leaves. Iron is also very important for the growth of plants. Iron is used in the production of chlorophyll by plants, and deficiency of iron can cause yellowing of leaves in plants. Next nutrient is manganese. Manganese is important in the production of main plant hormones. Deficiency of manganese can cause retarded growth and spotted leaves of plants. Next nutrient is zinc. Zinc is essential for production of different plant hormones and their intermediates. Deficiency of zinc can cause retarded growth, yellowing of leaves in plants. These are some important nutrients in plants. We will learn about nutrition in animals in our next video.